Hello everyone, Luis here. I'm back, and this time is to make a quick review, or try to make a quick review about this printer here, the Creality HALOT SKY. I bought this printer about a month ago now, and it's a very good printer, this bad boy here. This is my first medium-sized printer. Normally I have like small printers with 5 inches, 5.5 inches or 6 inches screen. This time I decided to go big, and one of the things that caught my attention is that this printer has some things different from the other printers on the same size and in the same price range, okay? I will talk about each of the specifics that this printer has, and also I will give my impressions about the goods and the bads. It will not, I will try to make this video short, but I think it will take some time because I have a lot of things to say about it, okay? I will configure the video in chapters, so if you want to go to any specific part, just go ahead and you can check each of the sections that I will discuss about this printer, okay? Before we start, if you did not subscribe, please subscribe, like, and also comment if you want to share something with the community and ask something to me about the printer, okay? So without further ado, let's get started. So the first aspect I would like to talk about this printer is the specs, okay? So this is a medium-sized printer, as I said, with an 8.9 inches screen that gives here the print volume, okay? It's a decent size volume for a printer like that. It has a 4K screen, and with this build size, it gives a 50 micron resolution on the XY, okay? It's a very decent size for a home printer. You can print a lot of stuff on this build plate, and I'm very happy with it. The price range of this printer is around $900 to $1,000. It depends on where you live or the store that you will buy it. You can get it for less. I got it for 750 euros. So I will put the link of the store that I bought mine here in Europe. If you want to buy from them, I love the store. The guys are very cool. It's not sponsored, it's just because they are selling it for a good price. If you buy it directly from Creality, it's a little bit more expensive. The next aspect I would like to cover here is the build quality and stylish of this printer, okay? First of all, it's a very well made printer. It's made in all metal and aluminum, I think. It has a hinged cover. It's something that I really love about this printer. It was one of the selling points for me, at least, this hinged cover, okay? I really enjoyed it. And the hinged cover has this rubber here on the bottom, and it helps to prevent the fumes to go outside of the print area, okay? It really helps to keep the odors and the fumes all inside the printer. Again, all metal, super sturdy and heavy. It's a really heavy beast. The hinged cover has these magnets here that also help to keep the cover in place, so it really keeps the cover sealed and in place, okay? Very cool design by Creality. Another thing is that it uses a dual linear rail, and I think it's common for this this type of printer in printer size. And there is something different here from other printers that we have nowadays on the market. And again, another selling point for me is that it uses ball screw rod instead of T rod that we have in the majority of the printers today. It seems that it makes the printer more stable and I think more silent. But yeah, I feel that it's smoother, the movements that goes up and down using this ball screw rod. Okay. Another thing is that it has a screen protector. It's something that not all printers have today. So if you have an accident and spill resin on your screen, you prevent to damage your screen with that. Okay. The build plate is very well made, well constructed. Again, all metal too, with a decent size here. It uses the 4-screw level system, something that it also familiar for majority of the printer users today. So it has the sloped here design to help drip the resin after you print. It's a very solid rod here that holds the build plate. So the printer it's amazing. It's just super sturdy, well made, with quality material. So you will not regret to buy this thing, especially with this price range. It's something that we expected, right, for this type of printer. The next aspect, and I think this aspect is important because it's something that you manipulated all the time, it's the VAT. I think they've made a very good job building this VAT. It has some of the characteristics that I really enjoy in a good VAT. Okay, it's metal. This is not a selling point for me, but yeah, it's metal, this one, so it's resistant. It has these 4 feet here that you can lay down your VAT in any surface without to worry about have any debris or anything like that touching the FAP. It has the markings here for the level of resin that you put on your printer. And most important of all, it's easy to change the FAP. It's basically one frame here where you have the screws and you just untie the screws and then put the FAP and tighten the screws again. I've changed my FAP already, but not because the FAP that came damaged or anything like that. It's just because I'm trying a new FAP and I wanted to check that. I like that it has these handles here to fit or to hold the VAT safely. My only criticism is that I don't like these VATs with the screws coming out. I think this is something that can lead to an accident. You can drop one of those things inside the VAT and things like that. I prefer what we have today on the Nova Bene 4, where they have those screws, but the screws just do not go out. It just stay in place, so it's more safe, I think. But it's a personal preference, okay? And it also has this recess here to help pour the resin when you need to clean the VAT. So it's a very good VAT. I think it's a very good selling point for this printer too. Okay. Other important aspect that people ask a lot about the printers is that this printer has a carbon filter here embedded on the printer. I did not open to see if it's possible to change the carbon filter or anything like that. I believe it's possible to do that, but it really works. It reduces the odor and the fumes, and have this covered sealing completely the printing area also helps the filter to work well and reduce those fumes and the odor of the resin, okay, on the environment. So very cool touch to have this carbon filter already integrated on the printer, okay. Another interesting aspect of this printer is the touch screen. It's a 5-inch screen, so it's big, it's responsive, it's bright, it helps a lot when you need to manipulate the print and the settings. So it's very good touch from the Creality to put a big screen like that on the printer, and to help us to manipulate and do the printing better when we are doing this kind of work, okay? So very good and positive point for this one. Another selling point for me about this printer is the light source, and that's why I prefer to buy this printer instead of others that use like paralLED and things like that, because it's something that it's there already for some time, and it's more of the same on all the printers. The light source of this printer is just phenomenal. It's amazing. It uses a different type of light source. They call it integral light source or something like that. It has a source of light, I will put the schematics here for you to see, but it's basically this light source that is aimed directly to a mirror, and this mirror just reflect the UV light to the entire screen. I will show also the picture of the light, the test light or the screen test of this printer. It's just phenomenal. It's amazing. There is no single different spot or anything like that. It's completely uniform. It's a very strong light source. It cures very well and gives a lot of very good results in the print. So this is definitely it was a selling point for me to get this printer, and I'm telling you, it makes the difference, okay, to have this light source. And I think this is something on the HALOT series. So you have that same concept on the HALOT 1, on the HALOT Sky in this case, on the Max and the Light. So all the printers from the HALOT series have these specific schematics for the light source. So amazing job that Creality done on that one, okay? One important aspect for me, and I think it's a consequence of this very good light source, is the consistency of this printer. It works amazing, guys. I think I had very few failures with this printer. If I'm not wrong, maybe one in, I don't know, 20 or 30 prints that I've done so far. It's a very nice printer in terms of consistency. I really had very few problems printing with it. From small models like this one or this one, very small, to the bigger ones like that guy there. It always prints flawless. I will show some pictures here from the build plate after I finish the prints, just for you to have an idea. In some cases I have the full build plate completed with all types of pieces and models, and it just behaves phenomenally. It works really, really nice. I think I've not seen this type of success rate in a printer for a long time, and I believe it's a set of things that we have here on this printer. We have the ball screw, we have the sturdy and dual linear rails, we have a nice build plate, we have an amazing light source. So all these combined give this reliability and stability to this printer to deliver great results. Okay, so in that sense, I would give 10 out of 10 for this printer. It's really, really amazing. It's something that blows my mind. Every time I print something, I put a full build plate with very small pieces, like something like this thing here that I printed with very thin supports like that, and it just came, even the smallest, finest supports came out fine, you see. So it just blows my mind, and I really can attest how good this printer is in terms of reliability and stability on delivering good results. Okay, and now I think it's the time to talk about one aspect that I think everyone are interested on, is the print quality. Okay, and what can I say? It's just phenomenal. It's amazing. I will show you the high-res photos of each of the models that I print, but it works great with small-scale models like this Trooper here, that it's a very, very small, I think it's 28 millimeters or 32, I don't remember, but it's very, very small, and you can check every detail of this model. And also works great for bigger models like the busts and the statues that I've printed. Okay, and it's great. What can I say? And I think one of the reasons for this printer delivers so much good quality, it's not only the screen or 4K and things like that, but also the light source. I think the light source has a big influence on the results of that this printer delivers. It's really out of this world how good this printer is to deliver results. And those prints here are on 0.04 and 0.05. I did not print anything with like crazy, I don't know, 0.01 or 0.02 or anything like that. It's all 0.04 and 0.05, and it delivers amazing results. If you really want more than that, and I don't know if you can achieve, or if your eye can catch enough more details than that, you can go even lower, and the printer can handle up to 0.01 millimeter of layer height. So stay with the pictures there and have your own opinion on how good this thing is. Now I would like to talk about the things that I did not like that much, or things that needs improvement on this printer. And I think the main point of improvement of this printer is the software, okay? And I will explain a little bit about why I think that. One thing different on this printer is that you do not set your settings or your parameters on the slicer, okay? And one good thing about this printer, you can use Lychee and you can use the Creality, the HALOT box also to work with this printer. So that's great. They have support to on Lychee. But the problem of this printer is that, as I said, you do not define the parameters on the slicer. You need to define the parameters here on the screen. That's a neat concept, but in practice it's not a good thing. First of all, you do not have resin profiles, so it's only one setting for everything. So I always have to have a notepad or somewhere where I can register my settings for each resin that I use when I'm working with this printer. That sucks, guys. Please, come on. Another thing is that it's very complicated to change the settings on the using the slider that they designed, and I will show a video here for about showing me manipulating this slider. It's inaccurate, it's not good, it takes a lot of time for you to change, because if you need to change only 0.1 second, it's difficult for you to reach that sweet spot that you need. So guys, come on. You could put like an arrow to up and down, or you can put a way for the user to just set directly the number that we want. So it would make our lives much more easier. Another problem about the software is that this printer has Wi-Fi, but it's not working for me. I can connect on my network. It detects my network and everything, but I put the password, it says it's connected. It's the same network that I'm using on my PC, and even with that, the HALOT box do not recognize the printer to send the file directly, okay? That sucks, because it's a feature that this printer has. For the price tag that this printer it should not come with a missing feature like that, okay? I've contacted already Creality and I asked them help. They could not help with that, and they told me to wait for the next firmware update that they will launch, I think, at the end of October, early November. This really sucks, okay? But I'm using the USB stick, it's working. One good thing is that the USB stick is only for you to bring the file to the printer. The printer do not use the USB stick during the printing process, because it copies the file directly to the internal memory of the printer. So that's, I think, create a little bit of stability and no problem. Even when they send like this very cheap USBs, it's not a problem for you to use it, because it's just to transport the file from your PC to the printer. But I really hope that they solve the problem of the Wi-Fi, and I can use. I know of other users on the forums, on the Facebook groups, that they have the Wi-Fi net working, but in my case it's just not working, and I'm waiting for a solution for that. Another thing that they also are going to solve is in the next firmware is the pause feature. The pause feature is useless. It's the same problem that we had already on other printers that I reviewed here. You pause, you cannot see. It not raise the platform for you to see if the printer it's good, and if you need to restart or to stop the print to clean and everything. So come on guys, please, just a quick feature where you can, if you pause, you raise the platform a little bit for us to see, and then you can just continue the print, okay? This is something they say they are going to solve in future firmware updates. Another thing that is not working for me too, and maybe it's because of the Wi-Fi thing that it's not working, is that I cannot bind my printer with my mobile phone. It's another feature that this printer has, is that you can monitor the printer on your phone. And every time I try to bind my mobile phone with this printer, it not works. I try to read the QR code and it just does nothing, basically. So again, waiting for next firmwares to see if this feature also are going to work, because again, it's important. I think for me, at least, it was a selling point also for me to have the Wi-Fi and to have this monitor through the mobile phone. For me, it's important, so let's see. Another thing is that again, I don't know why some manufacturers are doing that now, but when the printer is ongoing, the screen just shows like a static picture of the print and the progress of the print and things like that, but it not shows the layer that it's printing at that moment. I think it's just a waste of computer power that this printer has, and a screen and a good screen that we have here to not show the layer that is printing at the moment. I don't know why some manufacturers just do not show that. I don't think it's a big deal, because they have this information. They just could show that on the screen, and I think it would be a good thing for us to see not only the progress, but also have an idea on which layer is printing at that moment. Let's see if in the future they implement that also. The good thing is that I saw on the Lychee forum or Discord channel, in the next version of Lychee, they are going to support the configuration of the settings directly on Lychee. Thank God. So that would minimize some of these problems that I've mentioned here about how to control the settings and the resin profiles and things like that. So I'm really eager to see that happening anytime soon. So, final thoughts. What can I say? It's an amazing printer. It needs some improvements on the software side, but at least it's on the software, and it's something that they just can build implement new firmwares, and we can just go and install. And something that I did not mention is that when you have the Wi-Fi working, you can download directly the new firmwares, so you do not need to download on your computer and use USBs and anything like that. You can do that directly using the Wi-Fi. So majority of the problems that I see on this printer are solvable, something that they can solve with software and more development time. I work on the software industry. I know how difficult sometimes it is to implement new features and things like that. But I have faith on Creality. I think it's a big company. They can work that out and make things right. And most important, listen to the customers and the users, and internalize this feedback and try to improve the printers. Okay. In terms of hardware, I have really nothing to say, at least that part. And I think that one is the most complicated to solve when there are problems. But this printer has like zero problems on the hardware side. It's a very, very quality machine. It's not on the cheapest side or spectrum of the printers, but it's amazing. It's just a very, very good piece of machinery with a very, very looking feel. I really love the look of this printer. Also, another selling point that led me to buy this printer is the look. It's really, really nice. It reminds me a little bit of the Form 3, and I think they made it. I think it's a very good printer, very good machine. Hope I can use it for a long time yet, and it is still bring me joy as if it is bring me now every time I use and print with this printer. Okay, hope it helped you to decide if you want to buy this printer, and I will tell you, on my experience, you are not going to regret. Okay, thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye.